everybody, and welcome back to a very special podcast. This is the podcast in which we talk about all of your favorite TV series from yesteryear, and then discuss them over a glass of wine. And I'm Patrick M. Dunn. Perhaps you know me from the previous, 97 episodes, and I'm joined here, as always, by, drumroll please, Kat Halstead, the author.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we are doing our first Christmas episode tonight. This is we're breaking into the holidays. The holidays are here.
It's a holly jolly good time.
Yeah, we just put up the tree. We just trimmed the tree, put up our tinsel, hung our stockings with care, and
we're in our food coma.
And we watched at least one Hallmark movie.
Well, Patrick's watched one. Kat has probably watched 5 dozen by now.
All right, yeah, let's be real. All right, so I watched one Hallmark movie. You watched 11. But we're going to discuss the only one that matters tonight.
We're going to discuss the greatest one ever.
I've seen regular Hallmark movies, but this is my first Christmas Hallmark movie. So I think the bar was just set way too high tonight.
This is the greatest Christmas Hallmark movie ever. I will fight anybody who says otherwise.
I don't know. I read some reviews online. It's got a 4.8 out of 5 on iTunes. iTunes gave it a 4.8 out of 5, and that was based on the community reviews. I found a really good review online about it from a non-fan of the director of the film, but she changed her tune. I think we should spoil and just announce what we watched. Do you think it's time?
Yes, we watched A Christmas Melody. Directed by the one, the only, Mariah Carey.
Yes, and she also acted and she starred in this.
Yes.
All right, so we know that she disastrously did Glitter. And I think she was in a movie after Glitter, I think.
Yeah, there's one, I don't remember what it was called. It just kind of existed.
Yeah, it came out around the same time as Glitter, but I don't think she was the star of it, though. So
no.
She was the 5th name in. But speaking of Glitter, have you ever seen the movie Honey with Jessica Alba? It was very Glitter-esque, but it was better than Glitter.
No, I haven't. I'm not a fan of Jessica Alba.
Really? You don't like J.A.? You don't like Dark Angel, the short-lived James Cameron series from 2000, 2001-ish?
No.
Really? Oh.
Nope. It didn't do it for me.
It didn't do it for you? You didn't like the barcode on the neck?
Not at all.
Your homeboy Jensen Ackles was in it. I thought you'd be into it because he was kind of creeping around in the background.
I don't even watch Supernatural.
Ooh, you've never watched it?
I maybe have seen a little bit here and there, but I'm not oh my god, I'm definitely not a Supernatural fan. I'm totally not in the fandom. That fandom scares the hell out of me.
That fandom is pretty scary, but I thought you would have been like a Winchester. Do they have a fandom name like Nashies or Nashville?
There's a lot of names because there's all the little subgroups within the fandom.
Well, I know there's what's it Wincest is what they call it, because there's a weird fandom that wants to see the Winchester boys in compromising situations.
Yes, there's that, and then there's the ones who want to see Jensen Ackles' character with the angel guy. And
oh yeah,
it's
a weird fandom. I think we should maybe do an expose on it. Maybe just see what it's all about.
I just remember early on in my years on Tumblr that Supernatural, Sherlock, and Doctor Who were the big fandoms, and if you were in all 3, it was Super Who-lock.
You had a lot of followers if you were in all 3.
It was they were weird.
Yeah, if you take it the wrong turn, you'll find your way in Supernatural Tumblr, which is a scary place. And I've never really ventured down there, but I've come across a few reblogs in my heyday on Tumblr.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So this was a Hallmark movie. This movie it's only 2 years old. It premiered in 2015, right?
Yes, it premiered on. Hold on, I can find out the exact date.
Oh, I got it. I got it, girl.
You got it?
Yeah, because I've been doing my research.
Yeah, I have 20 links open about this movie. So
yes. All right. So this aired on December 19th, 2015. So 2 days before the winter solstice.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a Saturday night. So this night on television wasn't too hot. So we're not going to get a lot of fun network stuff. I scrolled through the list. I pulled out what I thought was interesting for the night. Maybe things we could gab about.
Okay.
All right. So I did pull up something from ABC. Do you want to hear what was on ABC?
Hit me with it.
This whole night, all night long, the New Hampshire Democratic debate with our presidential candidates, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and Martin O'Malley? Who the fuck is Martin O'Malley?
He's this guy who only got 1 or 2%. Actually, I don't even know if that's the right guy I'm thinking of. I think there was another guy who dropped in for a little while and then dropped out.
It could have been him. I don't know. But when I first read it, I was thinking of Mike O'Malley from Yesterday and, I don't know, other things.
I'm currently picturing Bert Hummel. in a debate with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. And this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I had to go back and read the recap just to make sure I didn't accidentally pull up like an SNL skit. Like, oh, like Mike O'Malley was like host that night. Maybe he was, I don't know, maybe he like did something that made him host worthy of SNL, but no. There is a Martin O'Malley. I saw a picture of him. I don't know who he is. He might have been a senator somewhere. We're not getting like a slogan, like, you know, you have like burn-in for Bernie. I don't think there's any for Martin O'Malley.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to know what was on AMC, American Movie Classics? They had a big night, believe it or not.
Tell me.
Do you have any guesses of what may have been on this evening?
Oh, probably a Christmas movie of some sort.
No, it was somebody's birthday.
Oh, whose?
In honor of what would have been John Lennon's 75th birthday, AMC, in partnership with Blackbird Presents, brings you Imagine, John Lennon's 75th birthday concert, an all-star concert event celebrating the music and message of the legendary music icon. Guess who hosted this?
Who?
Kevin fucking Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, what up?
Yeah, I randomly, it's just like, was he available that day? I don't know. Paul McCartney didn't want to host it. Ringo Starr didn't want to host it. They were there. Like, Yoko didn't want to do this. She was there too. Do you want to know who performed this evening?
Who?
Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine. Our gal pal Sheryl Crow. Brandon Flowers of The Killers. John Fogerty. Chris Christopherson. And hip-hop band The Roots. Ooga.
That is such an interesting...
There was more, but this is like the best I thought of the list. I might actually go back and try to seek this out. I am a big fan of John Lennon. He's my favorite Beatle. I'm not a big fan of Paul McCartney or Ringo. Just want to throw that out there. And my favorite two Beatles are dead, so that's how the world works.
Yeah.
All right. You want to hear about CBS?
Yes. Tell me, what was on CBS?
All right. So the night started off kind of with a whimper. We had the first 2 hours with some reruns of our weeknight staples, NCIS and Criminal Minds. But followed by those two, it's Saturday night, 10 o'clock. What do you think is on?
I honestly have no idea.
In 48 hours. It's Saturday night.
Oh.
What the fuck do you think is on?
Duh, sorry.
All right. Guess which episode was on tonight of 48 hours. This might hit a little close to home to you.
Ooh, I don't know.
Murder in Aspen.
Oh, is this the one of... Oh, I know which one that is. That's the one where, like, the rich lady let these people live in her house and they killed her
Yes.
for the money. And yeah.
Yeah, 48 Hours decided to investigate the murder of a ski resort heiress, Nancy Feister, who was discovered murdered in her Aspen home in February 2014. She was murdered in her sleep by several blows to her head, and her body was bound with an electrical cord, wrapped in plastic garbage bags, and hidden underneath sheets in her closet. Police eventually arrested retired anesthesiologist Trace Styler, who killed Nancy in a dispute over an eviction.
Ooh.
You weren't in Colorado at the time of this case, right? You were in Minnesota?
Yeah, I was in Minnesota when it actually happened.
Did you hear about it around the time? Like, was it...
No.
I didn't really know about this until tonight when I just kind of Googled it and was like, ooh.
I know it because when that episode aired, I would download the 48 Hours podcast and listen to the episodes in podcast form.
Ooh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can do it with like 48 Hours.
Do they still do it?
I think so. They were doing it 2 years ago and they were like, it was every week it was out. Like, I would know there wasn't a new episode of 48 Hours because no podcast downloaded.
Well, I guess I'll be on the podcast app tonight looking for 48 Hours for some murder mysteries.
So, but yeah, because that was when I had just moved back in with my parents and I was in the garage, so I didn't have TV.
Yeah.
I just had like what I could download onto my laptop. So I would download 48 Hours podcasts and, you know, stuff off iTunes. And that's where I watched everything. I didn't get to watch live TV.
Yeah. Are you ready for the Hallmark Channel? Because we have some surprises this evening.
Okay. Hit me with it.
So at 8 p.m., we obviously have a Christmas melody, but immediately following it, we got double dose of Mariah Carey this night because we got Mariah Carey's Merriest Christmas, an exclusive musical holiday event. The 1-hour musical special features outstanding performances of holiday songs by the incomparable pop diva herself, Mariah Carey, including a duet with 11-time Grammy Award winner Kenny Babyface Edmonds and Emmy Award winner Kelsey Grammer. He stopped by to give an unforgettable reading of The Night Before Christmas. And Billy Gardell of Mike and Molly fame appears as Santa Claus. And also Lacey Chabert, Brennan Elliott, and Fina Straza of A Christmas Melody. They actually stopped by and I guess like just did a little chatting around with Mariah. Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't know about it. Because, like, okay, when I first saw this movie, I had to track it down in the yo ho ho and a bottle of rum form.
Oh, okay. So you didn't watch this movie as it happened. You didn't experience this live.
No, I didn't. My friend Beth was like, you have to watch it. Like, if this is the only Hallmark movie you watch this year, this is the one you have to track down. Because, like, I would go on iTunes and, like, try and find, like, the new Lifetime and Hallmark ones. And the Hallmark ones are incredibly difficult to find on iTunes. At least they used to be. I haven't looked this year. And so I had, like, some of the Lifetime ones. So I had, like, the one Mayim Bialik did and a few others. But I had to search this one out. And the only copy I could find didn't have the music in it. So I didn't know what song the kid was singing.
Ah, okay. So for any of our listeners out there who might not have the Hallmark Channel on their cable lineup, you can actually you can purchase this movie off iTunes for $10. So I don't know, maybe we'll have a contest where you can win an iTunes gift card and buy A Christmas Melody coming up. So stay tuned, folks.
$10?
Yes, $10.
$10 for this movie.
Is that too much, you think?
I think that's too much.
It might be, but if we have a contest and you win a $10 gift card, you can buy it. So stay tuned, folks. You could own this. You can own a digital copy. You don't have to pay for anything. We'll pay for it for you.
Spending my money.
Or I will, anyway. Yeah. Oh my God, here, I'm like, you owe me $5, Ken Halstead. All right, are you ready for NBC?
Okay, what was on NBC?
We're going to end the night with NBC. We're getting an encore presentation of the biggest television event of the year that is not A Christmas Melody. Do you have any guesses?
No idea.
All right, I know you watched this because I know we talked about it.
Oh.
I think we privately DM'd about it. The Wiz Live. They had an encore presentation of The Wiz Live.
I never watched it.
You never did? What? Girl, what?
Nope.
Then who was I chatting about it with? Who was like I up all night with?
We talked about it and I said I wasn't going to watch it.
Who was I like, oh my God, it's Mary J. Blige and like Queen Latifah. Hey, Dana.
I don't know, but it wasn't me. Was it Kristen?
Yeah, it could have been. Shout out to Kristen. All right. So we got a presentation of The Wiz Live. Like the one time there's a musical on television that I will watch because you know me, I love myself some adaptations of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and The Wiz, the Broadway musical, and then a movie with Diana Ross. Is Diana Ross in the original one? Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson. Stephanie Mills is in it too.
Yeah, see, I saw that when I was a kid and I didn't like it and I was like, nope.
Really?
Yeah. But it also goes to that whole thing where Michael Jackson scares me.
We're going to kidnap you and we're going to put you in that lost hatch where you have to like watch all the TV screens and brainwash you to like The Wiz. And then while we're at it, we're going to throw in some clips of Stranger Things just to get you into it. So get ready.
The eternal battle to get Kat to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah, so get ready for an exciting 2018 because my vision board is loaded up with things that I think Kat should watch. If you have any ideas of what you think Kat should watch in 2018, tweet us at Very Podcast and tell us.
Maybe we should I should do that as a side cast.
Yeah. Like,
things Kat should watch.
We should. Maybe we'll have like a poll or something. We'll do something for that. But in the meantime, tweet us.
Submit ideas at Very Podcast.
You should have a New Year's Eve marathon of this stuff.
I mean, hey, that sounds about right for my life. At home watching Netflix.
So maybe you'll be watching The Wiz, or maybe you'll be finishing up Stranger Things, or maybe even you'll be watching Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Wait, did you watch Grease Live?
No, I didn't watch Grease Live.
I'll watch The Wiz if you watch Grease Live.
All right. New Year's Eve. I will watch Grease Live and you will watch The Wiz Live. And then we'll do like a special Patreon episode where we compare notes for our fans. All right. Are you ready to bless your life with the magic of A Christmas Melody, starring Party of Five's Lacey Chabert, Strong Medicine's Brennan Elliott, the voice of Peggy fucking Hill, Kathy Najimy? How do you say her name?
Najimy.
Yeah, Najimy. A 10-year-old Broadway sensation, Fina Straza, and the supreme queen of Christmas herself, the songstress responsible for classic bops like Heartbreaker, Always Be My Baby, and a million other hits you shaked your thang to at junior high dances. Mariah Carey. You ready, right? You're ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
I don't even know where to begin. I went into this thinking like, oh God, someone put fucking Mariah Carey in charge of a movie because you said she directed this? Is that what you told me?
Yes, she is the director of this movie.
She's making her directorial debut.
This movie is not what I expected it was going to be. It's not even even the synopsis that you get is not what this movie is. Can we talk about the synopsis of this movie?
Yeah, give us like a brief, quick overview of what the film is.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up the actual, what it actually says This is the story that this says it is.
Do you have like the DVD summary or something?
Okay, I got it. Widowed mother Kristen has recently moved back to her hometown of Silver Falls, Ohio with her daughter Emily after her fashion business in Los Angeles folded. The process has been difficult for both of them, especially as the move brings Kristen face to face with Melissa, her former rival from high school and the current president of the local PTA. The two women are instantly at odds with one another, making it necessary for their loved ones to show them the Christmas spirit and help them overcome their differences. Is that this movie?
I mean, that's like the third subplot of it, but
I was like ready for like this to be Mariah versus Lacey like the whole time, trying to prove who's the best PTA mom.
yeah, it's like Bad Moms. It's like Mila Kunis versus Christina Applegate for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, like that's the kind of thing I was sort of expecting this to be. And no.
Mariah Carey's in it for 10 minutes total, maybe. I don't even think that even much. She's in it that much.
Yeah, maybe like 10 minutes.
This bitch, like Mariah just showed up for like one day of filming. It was probably after the movie wrapped because like low-key, all of her scenes looked like they were filmed separately from the rest of the movie.
It's the craziest thing. This is like... the lighting is different. The coloring is different.
Yeah, there's like a weird filter.
It doesn't look like she's ever stepped foot in the same like set as anybody else for any of her scenes. Even when they like showed the wide shots, I'm like, did they like digitally add Mariah? Because there's just something wrong with...
Yeah, she's like glowing. Like every time you see her, she's glowing with aura around her. You can see like colors surrounding her. Mm-hmm. And then you cut to like a shot of like Lacey Chabert, and she's just like, I don't know, not looking like haggard, but she's just like, she just woke up and she's drinking coffee and she had to like drag her daughter to school and she's not really feeling it.
Like she looks like a normal mom.
Yeah. And then you got like Mariah Carey. She just like, she woke up at the same time as Lacey Chabert and is just looking spectacular. Like looking like she is on the set of one of her music videos or something.
Yeah.
She's all dolled up to go to a fucking PTA meeting. Like who the fuck gets dolled up to go to a PTA meeting? And who has like a PTA meeting at like 8 a.m? At the school, like during school hours?
I don't know.
I feel like ours were always at night.
My friend Amy is a PTA mom. She's the president of her school's PTA. And her meetings are always at night.
Yeah, like in my town, I mean, I never went to a PTA meeting, but I remember like hearing about PTA meetings, and they're always at like 7 p.m. or something, or like dinner, like after dinner.
Yeah, they're always at night. They're not like first thing in the morning, and this snooty bitch all like, oh, the single mom is joining us. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, we're all married here in Silver Falls.
And she's a widow. It's not like she's divorced. It's not like she chose to be single.
No. And then, first of all, there's no, like, we're not going to call Mariah Carey Melissa, because I can't look at Mariah Carey and just, like, think the name Melissa. She's just going to be Mariah Carey henceforth for the rest of the podcast.
I mean, we don't use the character names unless we actually, like, know the characters. Let's be real.
Yeah, but I'm just, like, you don't see Mariah Carey walking on the street and you're like, oh, it's Melissa. That's Melissa right there.
Yeah.
And she has, like, a hyphenated last name. No, we're not going with that.
No.
Sorry. But I do like girl power to Mariah Carey for like making herself have a hyphenated name.
Yes.
I would have loved it though if she kept her name. That would have been great. She like Lisa Lionheart episode of The Simpsons. If I choose to get married, I'm keeping my own name.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, shout out to Lisa Lionheart. All right. So I'm still shook. I'm still shook that Mariah Carey directed this, because I don't know, like, I'm suspicious. Conspiracy corner me. Are we sure that Diva didn't just throw a shit ton of cash at Hallmark and was like, just take a cute pic of me sitting in a director's chair and we'll slap that shit up on Instagram?
There's like actual footage, like in news crews and stuff, of her doing it.
Really?
Yes.
Like she's given directions?
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
I feel like this is not the conspiracy that Hallmark would like set up.
I don't know. I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm going to assume that directing a Hallmark film, scratch that. Like a made for basic cable Hallmark Christmas movie is not like rocket science.
No.
It's like, I guess you just yell action and you make your cute stars pretend to be cold in fake snow as they are like all bundled up in puffy jackets, scarves, tightly clutching a Folgers coffee in like maybe upper 60s, early 70s, September, October weather, because that's like when they're filming this shit.
Yeah.
And Folgers, is Folgers coffee like a sponsor in this movie? Because
Yes,
right.
they are.
How many fucking scenes were there showing Folgers coffee packaging, and they would hang on the logo?
There's only like a few.
Yeah, but they would like hang on the logo like it was like some upcoming plot twist.
The Folgers coffee can comes to life and destroys the ball.
I kept thinking, slash hoping that Lacey Chabert's character was going to get into like a cat fight with Mariah Carey's character, and like one of those bitches would get hot, boiling Folgers coffee thrown at their face.
I know, seriously, like, I don't know. So, like, this movie is pretty simple. Lacey's husband is dead. Her business didn't make it in LA, so she's going to move back to Ohio with her daughter because, you know, she inherited her parents' house, so she can just, like, live there and it's, like, paid off, so she doesn't have to worry about that money-wise. That's, like, one less thing to worry about.
All right, so the movie opens, and we're in Los Angeles. It's a nice sunny day, a nice sunny December day. We first see Lacey Chabert. We're just going to call her that. She's strolling out of her field business, which is all boarded up. And we have there's like a little computer printout sign that said "Close Forever" or some nonsense like that.
It's like lost our lease.
Yeah, like someone spray painted it.
We're out of business.
Yeah, it's something stupid. And she's got like a little box filled with some of the last remaining things left behind, trying to fight away the tears. And she struts by a homeless man who is like the most gentle homeless person in the world.
I mean, it's a Hallmark movie.
Was he supposed to... He had like the white beard. I didn't go back and watch it. Was he the Santa Claus guy that appears later on in the movie?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so like it was like a homeless Santa Claus, basically.
Yeah.
All right, I've been to LA before. I've been to San Diego. Hell, I've got a plethora of crazy homeless men living here in Myrtle Beach. This guy was fucking clean cut compared to the people I've seen, and not passed out or drunk or tweaking on crystal meth.
Yeah, that's like not like the homeless you see here in Colorado.
And like he like legit needed cash, like to, I don't know, buy like a Starbucks caramel macchiato or something, and not like drugs.
She stops and she talks to him. She gives him like the first $5 bills from her first sale at her fashion boutique.
Yeah, she has it in like a cute frame. It's like framed up, and she hands the homeless guy like the frame. She doesn't like break the frame and like break out the $5 bill. She actually like gives him the frame, and it's funny. So you're supposed to be like this like fashionista, like fashion designer, and what the fuck did you sell for $5? Like lip balm? Like what?
Probably like a pair of earrings or a bracelet or something.
And then I'm like, all right, do people carry cash in Los Angeles anymore?
Do people carry cash at all?
No.
I could tell you, I have one of those cell phone wallet holders. There is barely any room for cash.
Ooh.
On this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's got room for, like, a couple of cards and maybe, like, an emergency 20.
An emergency 20. Yeah, you always gotta have an emergency 20. Shout out to emergency 20s.
Unfortunately, I use my emergency 20.
In a non-emergent situation?
No, it's usually for gas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I always leave, like, an extra 20 in my bank account that I don't account for. That's, like, the new emergency 20. A digital forgotten $20 is the new paper 20, I guess. Right, but so she gives the homeless dude the whole frame, and then he's like, "Don't worry about me, bless your heart. Great things will come to you because you are a kind soul." And it's like he's like the nicest homeless man. I was just like, you know what? Like she should have brought him home, maybe gave him like some tomato soup or something.
You don't bring the homeless guy home. Do you not remember what happened in Out of Practice?
That was like a sketchy homeless guy. This is like a kind, gentle soul.
Dude, come on now.
Or maybe not home. Maybe I go to like a Chipotle or something.
Buy him a burrito?
Yeah, I'm going to buy you a burrito. Maybe like an iced tea or whatever is your preference of drink choice. Maybe even like, I'll even like spring like extra and get him some guacamole.
Spring for the extra guac?
Yeah, well, you got to pay for it. It's like, what is it, like $1 or something? It's fucking ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't even know the last time I went to a Chipotle.
We're sending you, I'm going to airdrop you a Chipotle gift card, and I'm going to spring for the guacamole.
Okay, I haven't even gone to a Taco Bell in like 2 years. So.
Yeah, Taco Bell's garbage.
I haven't gone to a Taco Bell in 2 years. I haven't been to a Del Taco in forever. A Chipotle, a Qdoba. I haven't been to any of those places.
Well, I don't have Del Taco here, so I don't go there. But I like Del Taco. Shout out to Del Taco.
I like Del Taco too.
All right, can we talk about how Lacey Chabert, I guess, does not take the homeless dude out to Chipotle. Instead, she strolls home. There's some sad Christmas music playing in the background. She's packing shit into boxes, and her roommate Holly, who's like, she's like the fun roommate. You know, she's probably like a party girl, it seems like.
I don't think she's a roommate. I think she's just the best friend.
Really? You didn't think she lived there?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Lacey's trying to pack up, and Holly's just like coming in, and like she's just like pulling stuff out. And like, oh, remember when you designed this hot high neck dress with a pleated skirt for Jessica Chastain?
Yeah.
And Lacey's like, girl, I don't have time for memory lane. I am in mourning. I have to leave Hollywood and go back to the stanky town I grew up in and couldn't wait to abandon for fame and fortune once I turned 18. Now I have to go back with my tail between my legs.
I mean, that's basically it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Lacey has a daughter, too. A 10-year-old daughter played by Fina Straza. All right, I Googled this, so I didn't know her. She plays Matilda in Matilda, the Broadway play, which I didn't even know was a thing until I read it today.
Yes, that's totally a thing. I did not know. Like, this kid, one of the things that my friends and I joke about when we watch this is we don't know how old this kid is supposed to be, considering like how she responds and reacts to stuff. It doesn't make sense to us. She doesn't act like a 9-10-year-old.
Does she seem a lot older?
She seems like she should be younger, just based on the way she acts.
I thought she should have been older because all of her friends are adults in this.
That's the way of a Hallmark movie.
Well, I mean, she's like talking about how she misses all her friends in LA, and she has that stupid journal that she writes in, and she's like drawing pictures, and she's like writing down her friends' email addresses, but then she moves to Silver Falls, and like she's only friends with adults. So she seemed older to me. I don't know. Like, how old do you think she was supposed to be?
We always say, like, how old is she supposed to be? 10? But it seems she comes off more as like a 7-year-old.
No, I find that hard to believe.
Yes.
She's a songstress. She's writing songs that are very adult themed.
She had help from the music teacher.
Yeah, but she wrote some like hidden verses on her own that she didn't reveal until the performance that night. Spoiler alert, sorry we're getting ahead.
Yeah, well, she came up with that thanks to him.
Okay, well, do you like the actress regardless of...
I don't. I found her, she's probably like one of the least enjoyable Hallmark kids. Like, she wasn't fun to watch. She wasn't like cute.
This is where we differ, because as far as child actors and actresses go, I think she's probably in the top 5 of like child actors. You know what? I will place her second place, right behind our fave, Kiernan Shipka.
I can't with you right now.
All right, who is your top 2 child actors?
Well, obviously Macaulay Culkin.
Well, okay, I'll give him that.
Duh.
You know what? I would even put Fina, whatever the fuck her name is, before Macaulay Culkin. I don't know.
Sacrilege.
I thought she was very believable. Yeah. Sue me, Kat Halstead. Gerard Papers. Send your lawyer after me. Hey, Shelby.
Hey, don't make me send my lawyer after you.
All right. Regardless of what's going on and how we agree and disagree, Fina is pressed. She has tons of friends in Los Angeles. She's probably super popular. I gathered she was like in a dance troupe, maybe.
Well, she was in the school choir.
And you know what? She in like a year or two, she probably would have been like a babysitter to like Northwest, maybe. That's what I gathered. Like she probably was friends with like celebrity kids.
Yeah.
And Lacey's like, sorry, Fina, we're going back to Ohio. You'll love it there. There's snow on Christmas.
Because that's the ultimate draw: snow on Christmas.
But you know what? That's a gamble. It doesn't always snow on Christmas.
It really doesn't. But in a Hallmark movie, you can pretty much guarantee it will.
It doesn't really even start snowing until like January. If you're lucky, it might snow on like December 21st or something.
I mean, it snowed here just a couple days ago, but like it didn't stick.
Yeah, it's like I call it day snow, where it snows for an hour and you're like, oh my god, it's snowing, and you might go outside and like frolic in it, but then it doesn't stick to the ground. You don't have to like shovel. You don't have to like brush off your windows. All right, so we then cut to move-in day. They pack up all their shit into a trailer and attach it to their Jeep Wrangler and begin a 20 million mile journey to Ohio. And we get like a fun on-the-road montage. Did you like that on-the-road montage?
Yeah, we get a nice little lake driving montage.
It seemed like a really long scene, but it was probably only like 2 minutes, but it felt long to me for some reason.
It felt, okay, I was like in the kitchen when I was watching this preparing pie crust, and this did feel like kind of a long scene.
They sing the 12 Days of Christmas. I think that's what makes it seem long, because it's not a long song.
That's the worst Christmas song ever.
It is, because it just drags. The song just fucking drags.
I used to have to sing that every night, 3 times a night, full thing.
Really?
All fucking 12 verses.
I don't even know all 12 verses. Like, after 5 golden rings, I'm done. I'm out.
I fucking hate that song. Like, I am dreading the day the nephews learn it. Aunt Kat is out. Mic drop.
Teach him like All I Want for Christmas Is You, and get him into that instead. Teach him the true classics.
Yes.
Do you love how this on the road montage ends? It ends with Lacey an hour outside of town on the phone with her aunt Kathy Najimy, who is busy at work at her Luke from Gilmore Girls like diner, where she's serving her number one customer, Brennan Elliott, who is a former band nerd who graduated with Lacey and always had a crush on her, but she would never waste her time on him because she was probably into like Jared Leto types, I'm guessing.
Yeah, okay. Here's another thing. We have to suspend disbelief for a moment.
Age-wise?
Yes, age-wise. I put Mariah and Lacey as the same age.
Yes, okay, because all right, we are pretty much the same age as Lacey. Like she might be like a year younger, maybe, or ish than us, but
she's more than a year younger than us.
So allegedly, Mariah Carey, Lacey Chabert, and Brennan Elliott all graduated high school in 1998. They de-aged Mariah Carey.
Okay, I want to point out that Patrick and I were still in high school.
Yeah, we were like sophomores, maybe.
Yes.
All right.
For that year, that would be in the 97-98 school year. We were sophomores.
So Lacey Chabert was probably 8th or 9th grade at this point. So she's supposed to be the same age as Mariah Carey, who is probably like mid-20s at this point.
Yeah.
But you know Mariah Carey was like, girl, I am not playing someone that's older than Lacey Chabert. Like, we're going to be equals. We're going to have graduated high school together.
Yeah.
And then they just threw in like Brennan Elliott, who I guess we're supposed to take that he's like, all right. So at the time of them filming, he would have been like probably 35, right?
Yeah, probably.
He was clearly 40. Clearly 40.
Yeah.
At least. I Googled his age. He was born in 1975, so he was 40. And he reminded me of Jeff Schroeder from Big Brother.
I get it. I see it. Like, I would not have thought of that, like, personally. But as soon as you said it, I can't unsee it. I'm never going to be able to watch one of his Hallmark movies again without seeing that. And he actually is on. Brennan Elliott is on Unreal on Lifetime. He plays the Chris Harrison type figure on that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, as soon as he popped up, I was like, is that Jeff Schroeder? And then I was like, no, that's not Jeff Schroeder.
Okay, if Jeff Schroeder was in this, I would have told you. He is in, like, a Christmas movie, like some super uber Christian Christmas movie.
Is he a super uber Christian type?
I don't think so. But he played like the minister in last year. That was like not on TV, but I think Joey Lawrence was in it.
Well, Brennan Elliott used to be the nerd. He was the nerd in high school, the band dork, but he grew up to be a hottie who is now the school's music teacher, a job he fell into after his rock star dreams fizzled in the early 2000s. LOL. A recurring theme in this movie is like how your lifelong dreams and our passion changes shape as you age. And we learn, I think it's a little bit later in the movie, we learn that Brennan, after graduating high school in 1998, found some minor success in his rock band. He mentions it. Well, doesn't he say something about how he like did the whole tour circuit and like opened for a few big bands?
Yeah. Okay, so you know what this means. He was in a boy band.
No. I don't think he was in a boy band. I think he...
No. I'm telling you, he was in one of those like one-hit wonder boy bands.
Like a BB Mac type boy band?
No, like LFO or a Five or something like that.
No, because he was like he wasn't handsome in high school. Lacey would have known it. She would have known him. She has no memory of Brennan, so he was just like a huge band dork. He played the guitar.
Can I be real? Lacey kind of reminds me of me. Like, I'll be on Facebook and people like I'll be talking to people from high school and they'll be like, oh, so and so. I'm like, who? Like, I don't know who this person is. And they'll, like, link me to their page. I'm like, I don't know who this person is.
Oh.
They're like, you talk to them all the time in, like, science class. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. I really don't. I just, no.
I don't know. The only reason I don't think that Brennan Elliott was in a boy band, because he specifically says he wanted to be a rock star and a rocker, because he was a rocker guy in the 90s. So I picked...
Dude.
And, hold on, 1998...
He ended up in a one-hit wonder boy band. I'm telling you.
No. He...
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm thinking of more like the Jamie Walters type.
He moved to Orlando. He ended up in like one of those one-hit wonder boy bands. They had like one song that maybe hit top 10.
No.
And they like opened for like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or O-Town or something.
No, he's a softie. He's the softie that plays a guitar.
No,
he's like the Jamie Walters type.
Yes, okay.
He's like Ray Pruitt.
Justin fucking Timberlake dreamed about being in a boy band. Come on now.
No.
He dreamed about being a rock star.
He specifically says rock star. Justin Timberlake is not a rock star.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, Patrick. You're not understanding. Just because you say you want to be a rock star doesn't mean you won't like sell out and be in a boy band.
He was too old to be in a boy band because the boy band phenomenon was like 2000. Think about this. He would have started high school in 1994. So he would have been into the whole alt rock scene. And that's how he learned how to play guitar. And he kind of admired some of the guitar legends of the time. And he was inspired by that. And he lived in Ohio. It's not like he lived in Orlando or New York or somewhere where he would have been groomed by these people who are like searching for handsome people to sing and dance stupid songs. No. He lived in the middle of the country, the middle of the fucking country, played the guitar, learned piano, did some songwriting. Boy band stars don't write their own songs.
Think about this though. Okay, so if he graduated in 1998, say he like got accepted to college in Florida. He went to Florida. He got into one of the smaller boy bands. I'm telling you.
He didn't go to Florida. He never left the state. He didn't go to college.
Yes,
he played at bars. He played at the local pub.
The timeline is perfect for it though too, Patrick. Think about it.
We're gonna do a Twitter poll.
Yes. Okay, tweet us.
Is Brennan Elliott in a boy band, or is he like the softie that plays acoustic guitar and opens for Bon Jovi at Giant Stadium, and then gets kicked off the tour because they wanted to replace them with like American Hi-Fi or something?
I'm telling you, it's a boy band. The timing is perfect. The timing is perfect.
I don't know.
And for him to become disillusioned and be like, I'm out, I'm done, I can't do this.
Perfect.
He's like the guy who quit NSYNC right before they went big, and he got replaced by Lance Bass.
You think Brennan Elliott had frosted blonde tips?
Yes.
In 1999? No. He had shaggy long hair. He wore flannel. I don't know, he probably like dabbled in coke maybe too? And
no!
Played at the local...
Okay, I cannot wait until like we get tweets about this one, because I'm right and you're wrong.
I don't know. I don't see this guy and see boy band. I look at this guy and I see the softie that plays the acoustic guitar and singer-songwriter type, because he
That's exactly who ends up in the boy band.
No, boy bands do not care about being a singer-songwriter.
Oh my god, you know nothing about boy bands.
All right, name one person that's in a boy band that is a singer-songwriter.
JC Chazé.
He's not a fucking singer-songwriter, and his songs suck.
Justin Timberlake. Ashley Parker Angel.
They don't write their own fucking music.
Oh.
Play me a decent song.
Dude, you're not going to make me...
And did you just say fucking Ashley Parker Angel? Fucking Ashley Parker Angel from the TV show Making the Band. He was on a TV show where they manufactured O-Town. And you're trying to say he's a fucking singer-songwriter? No. Girl, bye. I don't know her. .gif. And Justin Timberlake doesn't write songs.
Justin Timberlake wrote all of 2020.
2020 was the worst album released in the history of music. Let's be real.
Oh my god, you are awful, Patrick. Awful. Yeah, okay, let's talk Justin Timberlake, shall we? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Can you handle this?
Yes, let's hear the songs Justin Timberlake wrote.
Okay, you ready? Because I don't know if you can handle this.
I won't handle it.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
That's not a song.
No, it's...
That's a slogan that is written on a sign in a store that you buy at Home Goods.
Okay.
He saw that written down on a sign at Home Goods and tried to make it into a song.
Blow by Beyonce. Justin Timberlake wrote that.
Okay.
Mirrors.
Mirrors is...
Miles Away. My Love.
Mirrors is not a good song, though.
Can't Stop the Feeling.
Can't Stop the Feeling's a shitty song. It's a horrible, horrible song.
No, it isn't. It's an amazing song.
Did he write Senorita? Because that's a good song.
Yes, he did write Senorita.
Okay, all right, I'll give him that. Did he write Cry Me a River?
Actually, yes, he did.
Okay, all right, then.
Girlfriend, Gone.
All right, I stand corrected. But did he write it by himself, or did he have like 11 other people write it with him?
Why are you so down on this? Like, why are you so convinced these guys can't write songs?
All right, well, anyway, a short while later, Lacey and Fina end up at their new home, which I guess is the house Lacey grew up in. It's her parents' house. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's her parents' house. It's like been empty because I guess her parents are no longer around.
Yeah, I couldn't figure this part out. Like, did they explain what happened to her parents at all?
Not at all.
Did they move away? Did they die? Are they on a secret mission?
I think it's that they died.
I didn't know if it was like a Spider-Man, like Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield thing where like the parents went on a secret mission and they might be alive.
Oh.
I like that they show up at their new home Aunt Kathy Najimy, she leaves a fruit basket near the door.
Yeah.
I love that she's not there. It's great. She's not there. Was the door unlocked?
I think there was like a hide key.
There was a hide key? Okay.
Where she knew where to like, or she had a key already.
Like they mailed her a key or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about this because they didn't show like them unlocking a door. Like you didn't see them like looking for a key. So it creeped me out because I'm like, all right, did they just leave the door open? Because that's a big house. And like all I was thinking was like, there could be a murderer in there. Like who knows what's going on?
Or it could just be like it's a small town and you don't lock the doors.
I don't know.
Then you get really weird when you come home from work and your family has locked the door and you're like, what the hell?
I won't even go to the mailbox and leave my door unlocked.
I mean, yeah, I'm like the kind of person who I feel weird if I don't lock the door.
My door is locked when I'm home. I've seen so many Law and Order SVUs and Law and Order and Criminal Minds to know to not leave your door unlocked. Even in Silver Falls, Ohio, where it's magical all the time.
Yeah, like when I'm home alone, that door is locked upstairs.
I do love that Fina is not impressed with the new house. She thinks her new room sucks, which is great.
Yeah, she's just like, and Lacey's all like, this was my room when I was a kid. And she's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she's like, this room blows. And does she say that like, oh, the room is still the same just as I left it? And it was like the plainest room I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like, would you take everything with you? Probably.
There was no posters on the wall. Like
there's nothing to make it look like a teenager from 1998 lived in this room.
I was like low-key hoping for some like mid-90s teenage girl posters, like the ones we saw in Kim Kardashian's bedroom on Ryan Murphy's The People vs. O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, or something, like just something.
Yeah, like what do you think she was into? Like what do you think Lacey was into in high school? Like what was the thing?
So 1998. That's right when the boy bands were starting.
She's not into boy bands. What is your like fascination?
Like no, her aunt said she was.
I don't know.
But before that, it was all about what were we listening to before that? We were listening to like.
I bet you went through like a fun like Alanis phase.
Green Day.
Like Goo Goo Dolls, maybe.
Yes, we were Alanis and Spice Girls and
the 1997 boppers, Matchbox 20.
Oh yes, Matchbox 20. Oh my god, and Savage Garden. Oh
yeah, like Rob Thomas.
Yeah, basically everything Kat listens to like now when I'm like baking and it's not the holiday season.
See, like that's like the kind of thing I thought like Brennan Elliott was. I thought he was like a Matchbox 20 type. That's like the vibe I got.
No, because that's not what would have been selling in 1999 when he was like trying to make it as a musician.
Okay,
he would have been a boy band.
All right, well, anyway, they're only in the house for like 6 hours because then it's time for them to go to school, or it's time for the little girl to go to school. Like she's barely settled into town. Like they just got there. They just drove like 1,000,000 miles across the country, and Lacey takes her to school. She like marvels at the idea that it's only a few blocks away and you don't have to sit in shitty like Los Angeles traffic and get stuck behind agents on their cell phone trying to negotiate a deal to get Christian Slater onto a USA Network series. Fina's nervous. She's afraid to go back to school. She's worried that no one will like her.
Yeah, like being the new kid in school sucks.
Yeah, and like Lacey's like, don't worry, you're better than everyone here. You're friends with Ava, Reese Witherspoon's daughter, and probably Apple too.
Like you'll be fine. You're a nice girl. You'll make friends. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then like Fina slips off to class. She sits next to some other girls who like they laugh at her for no reason. Mm-hmm. Children are horrible.
Yes, children are the worst.
This next part bothered me for some reason. So meanwhile, Fina goes to class. Now Lacey is just like roaming around the school without an escort because that's totally a thing that happens in like a post-Columbine Sandy Hook world.
Yeah, seriously.
Like she's just roaming around like, oh, like I remember I used to like get my books from this library here. Oh, there's my old homeroom. Oh, there's the old water fountain, the old water cooler that we used to talk about my so-called life at.
Just wander around, no big deal. Like it would never happen. You'd have to have like, you have to check in at the office. I mean, like when I go and pick my nephew up from school, I have to get out of the car. I have to go to his classroom and actually literally sign him out. Like I'm the one who's picking him up. Yeah.
Well, she's like roaming through the hall. She bumps into Mariah, and it's extremely awkward. This is like an extremely awkward scene. So like our first introduction to Mariah Carey's character, I think, is kind of weird to me. I don't know. Like I think it gets like more comfortable, I think, as the movie progresses. But
okay, basically when it comes down to it, you've got this character, Mariah's character basically has this rivalry with Lacey, and I don't think Lacey was aware of the rivalry.
Yeah, because like we learned through this like weird exposition that Mariah and Lacey were like at odds with each other. I don't know, I got this impression that Mariah was probably like an ugly duckling type, like maybe she blossomed later in life. I don't know, Lacey was like probably super popular.
She blossomed when she was in a sorority. That's what it was.
I think Mariah today, like her character it today. She does the typical thing where she just wants to kick someone when they're down, basically. And she heard the rumor mill that Lacey fucking failed at life out in Los Angeles, but
Yeah.
I don't know. She like sarcastically invites her to the PTA meeting, like expecting her to be like to say no. That's the kind of impression that I got.
Because why would Lacey be interested? Sorry. Why would she be interested in this? Of course she's interested. She wants to like do something for her daughter in the school and be like involved. She doesn't want to be a nothing parent.
Yeah, and the PTA meeting happens to be like 5 minutes from now. Like Mariah was literally on her way to the PTA meeting. She's like, "Oh yeah, sure. Like I'm down for it." Then we get the PTA meeting scene. This is an excellent scene. I love this scene. So she's leading the meeting. She's like up on like at the podium. I love that there's a podium. Like, do you think like PTA meetings have a podium?
I don't think so. I feel like it depends on like maybe if it was a district wide meeting. Maybe, but like this is just the school. Maybe there's like your officers are at a table.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed funny to me because it seemed like she was like on a stage at a podium, like looking down at her minions basically, and they were all just kind of in like fold out chairs sitting below her.
Yeah.
And she's like announcing all like everything. She's like, "Oh, we have the upcoming Christmas pageant. Auditions are closed." And Lacey raises her hand and she's like, "Oh, can my daughter, can she try to audition since, we just got to town like last night?" And Mariah shakes her head no. And she's like, "Who is this bitch? Who keeps interrupting me out there?" Like, Lacey's pissed. Lacey is pressed. But she learns, like from the principal or like a secretary or something, that despite Mariah's ego, she's not actually in charge of the pageant. It's it's Brennan, the music teacher.
Yeah.
So like now, like Lacey just roams around the school again looking for his classroom, and she walks in on him playing like a piano or something. He's like alone in a classroom, like not teaching class, I guess. It's weird.
No, it's like a free period because it's still like the first period of the day.
Yeah, it's still early, I guess.
Yeah, it's still early, so he probably doesn't really get class until the third hour of the day or so.
Yeah, like maybe he's like trying to figure out like what they should play that day in class or something.
Yeah, and really, like, he's probably like got maybe 3 classes a day.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's not like he gets everybody every day.
I don't know. Like I feel like a music program in an elementary school in a random ass Ohio town is probably not like the biggest thing in the world either.
So it's like maybe Monday through Friday, like the first 2 hours of the day is like his quiet time, when he does all his administrative stuff that he probably has to do.
Yeah.
Like he probably doesn't even have to be there.
I'm thinking back, like literally right now I'm thinking back in my school, our like music program was after school because I think they like slashed like the in-school program. So if you wanted to be part of it, you had to like go after school.
Oh, see, mine was definitely like in school. And I remember the music room was like off of the cafeteria. The teacher would like show up and she taught at like several different schools in town.
Oh, so she was a traveling musician.
Yeah, so, and she'd like come with her keyboard.
Ooh, a Casio keyboard?
Yeah.
Fancy stuff. I wasn't in a band, so I don't know what we had.
And she would, she'd sit there and she'd make us sing our songs and she'd pick like the same 5 people for solos every time. And, then she'd like pack up and go to the other school and then you'd maybe see her on campus like the next day with a different group of kids.
Oh, okay. Well, Lacey's on a quest to get her daughter to audition. So she finally finds the music room. She strolls in and Brennan loses his shit basically when he sees her. He's like, "Oh my God."
He's been in love with her for forever, so.
It's her. It's the one that got away, I guess. And I love it.
The one that got away that you never had a chance with in high school, dude.
She literally has no idea who he is.
No clue. Lacey is me in this situation. She's like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are. Hi, I'm Lacey."
She doesn't even pretend.
He's like, "I know exactly who you are."
She doesn't even pretend to be like, "Oh, yeah." Like sometimes you can pretend your way through like a conversation and pretend you know who they are. She doesn't even try. She's like, "Yeah, I don't remember you. Sorry."
Yeah, see, that would be me. I'd be like, yeah, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, like, what was it? They were lab partners and they dissected a frog." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, like I remember a frog, but
I don't remember who I was partnered with."
Yeah, sorry. Like, we went behind the bleachers that day and got high. I went to class.
That was like cool of you.
Yeah, I just remember being icked out by it and but thank you for dissecting the frog for me, though, and getting me an A.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no problem. He went home that night and cried because it's like literally like all he's thought about for 20-something years. But she is low-key charmed by him, though, I think. Like, I think she's like, oh, you know what? Like,
He's adorable. At least now he is.
like, I guess he's handsome. I'll give him the time of day. Like, you know, I'm not into the Jared Leto types anymore. And then she, like, convinces him to hold a private audition for her daughter after school. And he's like, he goes for it.
You know what? Part of it is, though, he does it to stick it to Mariah Carey.
Yeah, that is true because I guess...
Because she's, like, the bane of his existence. Like, she is that annoying mother who thinks she's in charge, but he's in charge, and she just tries to steamroll over him, and he's not here for this. So he's like, yeah, she can audition. If at the very least it'll piss her off.
Yeah, because she probably comes in... I gather that, like, he's completely in charge of the pageant, and she probably comes in, she's like, I have an idea. Maybe we should have angels floating above the stage... We can put, like, just splash the audience with glitter. Oh, we should put, a cute couch over there, and maybe I can lay on it with all these pillows. Oh, and we have to play this song, because this is the song that I danced to with my husband at my wedding. Oh, and you know what? We need to have, like, little drummer boy over there. And he's, like, he probably has his vision already, and she's just fucking up the vision. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Lacey's daughter, Fina, is having a horrible day. She made no friends, and just happens to bump into, like, a creepy janitor who I guess is Santa Claus, essentially.
And he just there's an explanation for why he knows her name because it's on her book, and yeah, you know, you kind of go, wait, is that the homeless guy?
Yeah, like, well, my first thought was like, all right, is that the homeless guy? But he had like the white beard, so I'm like, all right, it's supposed to be Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. And she's like, how did you know my name? And he's like, oh, it's my job to know everyone's name. And like, but it's just like, all right, this creepy old man with a beard mopping up the floor during school hours, because do janitors mop during school hours? I feel like that would be like a danger.
Yes.
No, but like, are you gonna mop the hall during? Like,
I don't know. I mean, they do something during the day.
I mean, they're there when they're needed, but I don't think you're like mopping the hall during the day, because then the bell's gonna ring and now all the kids are gonna be like running to the next class.
Or maybe he's doing it like between classes when he knows the kids aren't like going down through the halls.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I don't know, what if you get stuck like doing something else and then you start mopping too late and the floor's wet? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
I don't know. I don't know, Patrick. I just know that this is what's happening because it's a Hallmark movie.
But I forgot to mention that there is magic involved in this movie.
But of course, there's always magic.
So this like plot twist happens. So now there's the possibility of magic, and Fina ends up like forging a weird friendship with the janitor, but he just like, he disappears. Like, he'll say something to her like weird that's like really magical like, and then she'll be like, wait, what are you talking about? And she'll turn around and he's gone, and like all of his stuff's gone too, and she's like, huh.
Yeah, it's like sketchy, creepy.
That's kind of weird. And I think like in a few scenes later, she confronts him about it, and then he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not Santa Claus, I'm not magic. And
yeah, because she's like, are you Santa? Because like, who else would do this?
You would think that she would bring it up to like an adult, like in the school, and be like, hey, so there's this weird janitor that just keeps like popping up every now and then he disappears. Like, he works here, right? Like, he's real.
Yeah.
She just keeps it like swirling in her mind, I guess. And like, there's a scene with Lacey too, with the janitor, where she's walking like down the hallway, and he's like, oh, you're Lacey, you're Fina's mom, right? And she's like, yeah, how did you know? And he's like, I could tell by the backpack. It's like a pink LL Bean backpack. Like everyone in the fucking school probably has that backpack.
Yeah, it's just weird the way he does that whole pop in and out thing that the Santa figure usually does when he's in hiding undercover for a special Christmas.
If this wasn't a Christmas movie, this would have been like a Freddy Krueger character.
Yeah.
Luckily for Fina's sake, though, she gets to audition, and she like rocks audition, I guess. Like, Brennan likes her. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you like the lead role. Like, you're the next big thing. You're the next Mariah Carey, basically.
Yeah, because you know that's exactly what a 10-year-old girl needs to hear.
Then you get this like weird progression now. So now things start to take like a weird turn. So Brennan is always showing up now. He's okay. So Lacey's aunt works at the diner.
Yeah, she like owns the diner, and Brennan just basically eats there every night.
Yeah, he gets his like chicken and waffles or something, and
like he probably has like something on the menu that he gets. Like Monday night he gets this, Tuesday he gets that, Thursday he goes through it. Like, he probably doesn't cook for himself.
Yeah, so Lacey gets a job there, and he comes in. I think it's like probably like her first night working or something.
Mm-hmm.
You work here. Oh, like we should get coffee sometime now. And then it's like the next night, and Lacey and Fina are like Christmas tree shopping, and he just happens to be there too. And he's like, luckily I have a truck. I can bring this gigantic Christmas tree to your house. And then it's like now they're at the house, and it's like, you know what? I should stay and help you decorate it. And then there's this like weird scene where like Fina's like, where are the ornaments? I don't know where the ornaments are. And Lacey's like, I'll go look for them. And Fina and Brennan, they kind of like bond, and they like write a song together while Lacey's off looking for the ornaments. And then she like finds the box, and all the ornaments are broken.
Oh, that's like the worst though, is when you like move across country and like your precious Christmas ornaments are broken and missing.
But I mean, it's like, all right, they've been in town for like 3 days. Do you like they have like barely had time to unpack? Are they gonna go get a fucking Christmas tree?
When you're trying to make things as normal as possible for a child, yes.
But I mean, I guess if you try to do that, maybe like move like a month before Christmas instead of like 2 days before Christmas.
Well, she obviously wasn't thinking really about the holiday when she was moving.
You know what I would have done? I don't know what her living situation was like in Los Angeles. I would have said, all right, let's stay in Los Angeles, have Christmas there. And then in the new year, we'll move to Silver Falls, Ohio. That probably would have been the sensible thing to do.
Yeah, it probably would have been like start the new year off.
Yeah, like new year, new me.
Let her like finish up the semester.
Yeah. Instead, let's drag her to like a new place, like literally like days before Christmas. Start school right away. Like you not even like you haven't even unpacked all your stuff yet. You're already like throwing her in school, and I don't know. You're like you're forcing her to be like in the Christmas pageant. It's like you don't have any friends yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. I think you should take us to the rest of the movie because it's wild.
Okay. So like he helps them with the tree, and he starts hanging around them all the time, and he's helping her with the song that she's going to perform for the pageant. And it's just, okay. You can help my kid. You can hang out with my kid because it's a Hallmark movie, so this is totally normal.
Yeah, they're like just like getting together after school, writing music, writing songs. I don't know. And Lacey's probably at work at the diner, like busy.
And then it comes time to like try on costumes for the pageant that the other PTA moms have made, and they're bad. This is like, I don't even know what they tried to like. These are bad. I don't even know what she was thinking they were going to be, but there's no way this is even close to her vision. These are like the worst costumes ever.
Mariah's pissed. Mariah's bullshit. She's like, oh my God.
Like, they just don't know their way around a sewing machine or anything. So, like, these are the girls who skipped home ec and instead were like under the bleachers with a guy.
She's pressed because they've had bake sales all year. They sell raffle tickets in front of supermarkets. They just all this stuff. And the stupid PTA moms, they blew it.
And so the little girl is like, oh, my mom can make the costume. She's a fashion designer. And Mariah's all like, right. Like, really? That's why you're back in Ohio. But the other moms are like, really? You can do it? Because, they just failed. And they're like, if somebody else like actually knows how to sew and could do this.
Yeah, they probably went on Pinterest and was like, oh, I can do this. I see this cute little outfit.
The other moms don't know what to do. They have no clue how to do anything.
Do you know what's the funniest part about this, though? So Lacey agrees to do it. She's like, all right, I'll do it. And the other moms are like, oh, yeah, we'll totally help. But they show a scene like a little bit later, and it's just Lacey alone sewing all the stuff together.
Like, I'm sure there was some help. Like, she said the other moms were helping her. They were like cutting the patterns or something. She left them to like the basic stuff, like that couldn't be too hard, like the actual sewing she did.
How about you all just go to the movies instead? You have like a girls' night, maybe go down to Kelly's Bar and Grill. I'll just stay here and I'll sew and I'll bedazzle this thing and I'll do all this stuff. Don't worry about it.
Hold on. You're skipping ahead. There's a part before that we have to get to. Okay, so Brennan and Lacey and the kid are all hanging out, and the best friend from LA shows up. And she's like, oh my God, you're not going to believe it. I snagged some of your dresses before you left, and I took the stuff that I own that you gave me from your collection, and I showed it to my bosses at the department store, and they want to give you your own line, and they're willing to pay for you to move back to LA.
Yeah, like she's gonna have she's gonna be basically like the new like Kate Spade New York of this department store.
Yeah, she's gonna have her own line like the Kardashians have.
Yeah, this is literally,
or whoever is hot at the moment.
This is literally her like lifelong dream forever, and she's like,
she's like not exactly thrilled.
Yeah, she's like, I've been here for 6 days, and now
she's like, I'm here. I'm falling in love with this guy. My daughter's happier. We just we're just getting settled.
Yeah, we just drove across the country in a Jeep Wrangler, like towing all of our whole life.
You want me to do this again? Are you insane?
Yeah, I gotta drive back and do this long on the road montage.
Brennan gets all but hurt because he just automatically assumes she's gonna go back to LA.
Yeah, so he's like, all right,
yeah.
Peace, I'm out. And he makes an excuse. He's like, oh, I gotta leave. I think I left my coffee maker on. I gotta go check. And
I gotta go check on that Folgers.
Yeah, I gotta go check on the Folgers. And meanwhile, the camera pans and zooms in on a bag of coffee.
Yeah,
Folgers coffee.
Yeah, so now Lacey's gonna have to make the choice. Is she gonna stay in Silver Falls or is she gonna go to LA?
Yeah, and they kind of.
So then it's time for the pageant.
Yeah, but they kind of make Holly out to be a villain too, in a way.
Yeah, she's really not that bad compared to a lot of Hallmark villains.
Yeah, but it was at first Fina, the daughter, was excited to see Holly, and then it was oh, Holly now wants mom to move home. Oh, Holly's awful now. I don't think I like Holly anymore.
Yeah.
She quickly changed her tune. But yeah, so now it's the pageant night.
So Lacey has made costumes for everybody, except technically for Mariah's daughter, because her daughter was no, my mom ordered something special from Cleveland, and it didn't show up, or it showed up and it was just awful. It was it looked not even an eighth of as good as the stuff Lacey made. And so Mariah starts flipping out, and Lacey's well, she explains what happened. She's but I did make an extra outfit just in case. And Mariah is fuming.
And she's even pissed because her daughter, Mariah's daughter, is oh, wow, Fina, your mom's really cool. I love her work. It's better than that shitty thing that my mom ordered off Amazon Prime that didn't even get here. It said it was going to be here in 24 hours and it didn't get here because she probably forgot to order it. She got drunk last night and ordered it too late and missed the cutoff for it to get shipped. And so now we get the dance numbers. So Mariah's daughter does her dance number. There's a weird magic show with the one boy character that they keep showing throughout the film.
Yeah, who still hasn't sped up with that whole magic hat part and the glitter.
Yeah, he sucks at doing magic. He tries to do a magic trick.
And he's just kind of slow. It's and when I put the magic hat on, and now the glitter falls.
They're trying to explain how to do magic, and he can't figure it out. But then the big moment.
Well, we get the intermission where Lacey actually gets to talk to Brennan.
Oh yeah, okay, so
and they did get to tell their feelings, sort of. And she's I'm not moving to LA, I'm staying here. And he's oh, cool, awesome, yay. And then he has to play the music for her daughter's song.
All right, so the daughter, all right, so in the very beginning of the movie, we kind of jumped over this, but the little girl, she wrote a letter to Santa. It was right before she moved, and she said that I wish we would stay in Los Angeles. The magic of the movie was trying to make that happen. But then as soon as she moved to Ohio, she quickly changed her tune. So she wrote a song, I guess, that was something about how basically her song is her new wish because her wish changed, and she wanted her mom and Brennan to fall in love, and she wanted to stay in Silver Falls, Ohio, and live there forever, I guess. I don't know where her dreams are after that. But so she sings this weird, very, very adult-like song that has lyrics about how she wants her mom and Brennan. She wants to basically walk in on them kissing and stuff. It's very weird and adult-like and over-sexualized kind of, I think.
It's really a Mariah Carey song, so
sung by a 10-year-old, maybe 7-year-old. Mm-hmm. They're shaking their hips up on the stage. It's really weird, I guess. But the audience is loving it. The audience is digging it. The weird Santa janitor is dancing, and
he's dancing alone with his mom.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. The whole
off in the corner, and he's got a spotlight. The lighting in this movie gets so weird.
And Kathy and Jimmy's there, Holly's there, they're all into it. That basically ends the movie. There's no final scene. I kept thinking maybe we'll get a wrap up scene with Mariah Carey. Maybe she'd go up to Lacey and be oh, you know what? I realized all along that you are an amazing woman. You're an amazing mother. Thank you for doing this whole thing. Thank you for making these awesome costumes. Thank you for putting your heart and soul. Maybe we can be co-PTA presidents. No, the credits roll. The movie's over.
No, nothing like that.
It's done. We don't even get a final scene of Lacey and Brennan and Fina. It's over. It ends.
Yes, it's just oh, Okay, done, and it's over.
Was there like an actual ending that maybe it was just cut for time? I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
I don't think so. I mean, like these are the outfits they're all in for the promo picture too.
Yeah, so who knows? Who knows?
And even there, Mariah doesn't look like she's there.
Like there's a scene with her where she's standing next to the principal. It was like they green screened it.
Like all of Mariah's scenes look green screened. Like even when she's like talking to the daughter, it's just like there's just something weird about it. It's the weirdest lighting, and I haven't seen anything. The closest I've seen to this is in one of the Meghan Markle movies. You know that chick who's dating Prince Harry? She did 2 Hallmark movies, and there's one where there's like so much green screen for like the stupidest stuff that it's like distracting. It's close to this.
Yeah, and isn't Meghan Markle like leaving the like USA show she's on so she can like become?
Yeah, she is, because she thinks she's gonna end up a princess.
She thinks she's gonna be
or a duchess or whatever.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be shit.
Thank you. You agree with me.
She'll be doing Hallmark movies in 2 years.
Oh God, I don't want her back. Her movies are the worst.
Shout out to Meghan Markle. All right. Do you have any last minute thoughts on A Christmas Melody?
It's one of the greatest movies ever.
Not ever.
It's amazing.
It's the greatest Hallmark movie ever.
Okay, so I messaged my friend Beth, who watches this movie as much as I do, and I asked her if Brennan would be in a Matchbox 20 like band or a boy band, and she replied, as a band geek, Matchbox 20.
Told you. I told you.
I still think boy band.
All right, let's not do this argument again because we already did it.
Okay, fine.
All right, so what are we doing next week?
Next week, we are diving back into the sitcom world.
Yes, we're revisiting.
We are diving back into a show we've already done. Diving back into a classic for Christmas. We are doing some more Home Improvement.
Yes, did we select an episode yet, or is it to be determined?
I don't think we have.
We've done at least one Christmas episode of Home Improvement, so we won't be doing that one. Was that the first Christmas episode?
I think it was the first one, yeah.
All right, so maybe by Law of Gravity, we should do the next one?
Yes.
Law of Gravity? I don't even know what that meant. But
I don't even...
Just go with it. So we're going to do, I guess, the episode after whatever Home Improvement we did a couple years ago. And it's going to be fun, I think. Maybe we're going to get more into that Christmas light battle that Tim Allen has with his neighbor.
The neighborhood lighting display contest.
Yeah, so I don't know. Who knows? Will Tim's parents come back?
That was Jill's parents.
Oh, will Jill's parents come back?
I don't think so.
Is Jill still an unfun mom? Will Tim's brother be there? Who knows?
Oh, I don't know why you hate on Jill so much.
I don't know. Like, something always irks me about Jill Taylor. We'll get to it. We'll revisit that next week when we discuss Home Improvement. But I think you should talk about where you can find us, because I think that's important. Where can our fans reach out to us?
You can find us on Twitter at VeryPodcast. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at A Very Special Podcast. You can find us on YouTube by searching A Very Special Podcast. And of course, online at averyspecialpodcast.com.
Shout out to all of our social medias and websites. And if you have any ideas, things you want us to do in future episodes, definitely tweet us at Very Podcast and let us know. We'll definitely take your request into consideration, because I think we have some coming up, right?
Yes, we do. We have a few coming up. We just have to figure out if we can find them.
Yeah, we'll find them. Don't worry about it. We got it. We got it under control. We'll go to the library and get the DVDs. But as always,
bye.
Watch the skies.